What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Refinement. Today I want to talk about eBay month number 2, my little store. Sales are on fire. I have had 6 sales today with only 90 items listed. So I want to put into perspective how ridiculous that is. That's 6% sell-through rate. So that means in my big store with 27,000 items, if I had a 6% sell-through rate, I would have sold 1,600 items today. And I would not even be able to fulfill 1,600 sales in a day if that happened. So I will give you the difference. I gave it basically 10 reasons why my little store is doing so much better than my big store. So let's get straight into it. Number one, the new store is just copying my colleague Tech and Sports' method, which is just not overthinking anything. Prepping items to photograph, photographing them, listing them, putting them away. It's taking me roughly about 40 minutes to do 10 listings, and I'm doing all of this in about 2 hours on Sunday. So my listing habit's really strong. I've not missed listings in 13 days now. So, 14 days now. So, we've only been doing this challenge for 34 days, and half of it I've had the listing habit. I'm averaging almost 5 listings per day, and I want to get that up to 10 listings per day in about 3 months' time. So I'm averaging over 2 sales a day, although today I can't believe I had 6 sales. It's so ridiculous. So what I'm selling is I'm staying in my lane. So I'm focusing on what's available here. So I'm selling Giants stuff, San Jose Sharks stuff, San Francisco 49ers stuff, men and women's clothing, and shoes. That's what's around me and easy to find. So I sold an ugly Christmas sweater for the Giants, a pair of Banana Republic slacks. Not all Banana Republic slacks sell well. And I think I'm doing a really good job right now of filling out as many item specifics as I can to the best of my ability. And if I don't know what the item specifics mean, I'm taking the time to look it up, because in this little store I want to do it right. I'm going to do every single listing to the best of my ability. So next, I'm selling items at the best price I can afford to sell it. So I'm very competitive. Got the best pricing that I can afford. You can see here this Robert Graham shirt is very plain, so I only sold it for $10. So I didn't fall in love with the brand. It's not a crazy design. There's nothing special about it. I sold it for $10. Where otherwise you might see some sellers waiting for $22 because they think it's Robert Graham. Just because it's Robert Graham, maybe the design's not cool enough. And there's a lot of people selling something really similar, so I wanted to get it going. Back to the conversation, a lot of people have asked me if I look up the model number. So I just sold a pair of Lululemon pants for $30, and I did not look up the model. So there's a lot of different models of pants for men's, but I didn't do that. I just put the basic shape, which is it's cropped. It's a yoga pant. I put pants. I didn't look up the exact model. Like, is this the Lululemon Commission pant or the Lululemon ABC pant? I didn't do that because I don't know what the model is, and most customers don't know what the model is. So I'm just keeping it simple and filling out as many item specifics as I can. Chicos it's funny to me because a lot of people don't buy Chicos, but for me, I like selling Chicos, and this is a size 3, which is like an extra large. I measured the waist, which is actually 36. So I put all of that information into the title to try to attract the right customer, and so I was able to sell a pair of Zenergy Chico's pants. I sold an Alabama youth hoodie, so that's cool. It was a Nike sweater for a kid. So again, I'm not falling in love with my inventory. I just sold it for a reasonable price. This pair of Nike skateboarding shorts has a spot on it, like a pretty decent sized stain. So I took a picture of it. Still sold a 49ers t-shirt. I sold an Under Armour sweater. Wow, this person actually canceled the transaction. I didn't realize that they canceled. So the reason why I also want to point something out, which is I've been patient for people to pay. This is pretty insane to me. Half of my sales, the person didn't pay. So it's a lot of people are broke. So I think I'm pretty patient. So I'm not wasting any time being mad about people not paying. 63% of people in the United States live paycheck to paycheck. So it's just the reality. Most people don't have $30 to spend on a piece of clothing. So I'm waiting like sometimes 10 days for people to pay for a $20 item. This person canceled a $14 item. They didn't have the money. So, You just got to be patient, and I'm a patient person, and I understand that, you know, most people. And maybe let me know in the comment section below, why are 63% of people living paycheck to paycheck? What has caused that? What are 63% of people doing that they can't live paycheck to paycheck? Is it because the rising housing costs? Is it because jobs are turning into the gig economy? So people are just working here or there, making extra money. A lot of people do eBay that way. They just do it for money here or there. I'm not doing eBay for money here or there. I'm doing eBay to try to make a living. So I'm putting in maximum effort. This Lululemon long sleeve they didn't pay for. So in the ledger, if you guys are following along, I only add in the numbers of people have actually paid. And a ton of people have not paid. And as you guys know, in the beginning, there's a lot of scams on eBay when you're a newer seller. For me, the scams pretty much stopped. They do message me once in a while, like, please text this number, but it's a lot less now that I have over 20 feedback. So there's just, I think maybe now scammers are recognizing that I'm a real seller and I know what I'm doing, because I have over 20 feedback now. And I haven't, you know, like, I guess at this point, maybe they're moving on to people who are even more beginner. Maybe I'm giving off the impression that I'm not a beginner anymore. In the performance tab, if you look at this seller level, I've actually never had metrics that look like this. This is insane. I've sold 71 items so far. All 71 have arrived on time or early. That's for me. I'm not at this level. I'm more like a 97% on time person. But in this new store, I'm really trying to get it going. So I have perfect selling metrics so far. 100% everything. I have one return. And so if you do the math on that, it's already 2% returns with just one item. So in the beginning, you're probably going to get a return or two, but I'm not worried about it because I have an emergency fund already. I have a $387 emergency fund. I'm saving a third of the profit for taxes, and in case I need to give a refund or a return, I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to have $387 worth of returns. So it's nice having that cushion in case something happens. And you know, the reality is I'm not going to owe $387 in taxes, because obviously there are expenses in running your own business. If I was doing this at home, I probably could make an argument that I don't owe any tax, because I'm running off a percentage of my home, I'm running off a percentage of my internet, my cell phone for looking up solds, a percentage of my gas. But it's just nice to have that extra money in case of an emergency. And I probably will add another fund for a big purchase, because once a year you'll find some crazy deal and you got to have money to be able to take advantage of that. So this has been really enlightening. I wish that my big store was as good as my little store, but it took me 5 years to get to this point where I understand eBay to this level, where I understand what every single thing means on eBay. I understand how every single promotion works. I understand how to pick items. I understand how to reduce the time frame. And you know, in the payments section, all of the holds have been removed, and it's actually surprising. Not that many of my listings have been selling through promoted listings. So I'm promoting right now at 1%, and I've had an extra 600. Wait, actually, let me go. No, that's not it. Let me look at the advertising dashboard. So I've sold. Let's see. $422 worth of items with promoted listings, and I've only paid $5.35. So that's like ridiculously low. I'm at 1% promoted listings, but I want to show you guys one more thing, because the traffic tab will give you an idea of what your eBay store is doing. Currently, I have a terrible conversion rate and a terrible click-through rate, but I want to show you guys how little YouTube matters when it comes to your sales. Okay, so I had zero promoted listings zero promoted listings sales today, 100% organic. 356 of my views, or 91% of my traffic, came from eBay. 20 people from YouTube, which is 5%. So the traffic from YouTube is really, really low. And most of the people who come from YouTube who look at the things that I'm selling, they don't buy anything. And they're also hurting my conversion rate and my click-through rate by not buying anything and looking through the whole store. So it's amazing to me because I'm hoping this month to get my average sales to 4 per day. The first month it was 2 per day, and it's already at 2.1 essentially now. And I had 6 sales today, which is crazy. Today I listed 7 items in the new store and sold 6, and there's still a few hours left in the day. So I'm pretty amazed at how insanely effective my colleague Tech and Sports' method is. And that is the method. You can join our mentorship group, which I recommend you do. It's at patreon.com/the resellers podcast. So you can join 3 different levels. We have the $5 level where you can just listen to our podcast. We're coming up on 1 year now of doing this together. We have the Facebook group, which has a lot of coaching in it. So inside here we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have like 15 hours of live help. So if you're just getting started with eBay, I'm going to be frank with you guys. It's going to take a long time to get good at eBay. It's not that easy. There's a million little nuances that you have to understand, and it's not a job where you go and you get guaranteed income for showing up. It's not true. There's no universal basic income on eBay. You do not get credit if you list an item. You have to sell an item in order to get paid on eBay. You can't just list items. Can't just list random items. They have to be on point items that are actually going to sell. If you go through my store and look at the items that I am currently selling, all of them are difficult to find because I look through thousands and thousands of items to find these items, right? I spent the time looking up all the keywords, all the different sizes, all the different everything on every single one of these items is optimized to sell because I spent a lot of time per listing learning how to sell on eBay as a quote unquote beginner. I'm taking my time. Every single item I'm doing to the best of my ability. So if your items are not selling, a lot of it has to do with which items you're selling, how you're selling it, and the price. So I've been doing this group with Tech and Sports for almost a year now, and now there are 1,617 people in the group, which is staggering. Okay, so I'm going to try not to do partial refunds anymore. If you join towards the end of the month, you should, even if you're in the group for 1 day, you should be able to get $35 worth of value in it because everyone is sharing what they're working on, and it's really powerful. I would say that maybe the most powerful skill of being a reseller is the ability to articulate what you're working on. Hi, my name is Bob. Today my goal is to work on my photography station, so I built one. What do you guys think? It takes skill to be able to articulate what you did today, but if you have an awareness of what you did today, you can always improve it for tomorrow. And it's been amazing. So the difference between the $35 level and the $99 level, I actually recommend you don't do the $99 level because it's the same as the $35 level, except for you get to meet with Tech and Sports and myself every 2 weeks. For some people, it's worth it. You can also email us your questions and then we'll answer them live in conversation form every other Wednesday. And if you guys want to try the coaching, the first Wednesday, which is tomorrow, September 1st, depending on when you're listening to this, there is coaching at the end of the evening. So I recommend everyone signs up for the annual subscription because you save 16%. And also, it takes a long time to get good at reselling. In fact, there's people who've been selling on eBay for 20 years and they're still bad at it. So it's not that easy to learn. There's literally people who've been selling on eBay for 20 years and haven't improved. So these are the same kinds of people that are the ones that are really noisy talking about the good old days of eBay are over. I think the good old days of eBay are right now. I think it's actually going to get more challenging to sell on eBay as more and more people start selling pre-owned goods. So do I think that's going to affect eBay as a whole? Yes and no. I think it'll be less and less bigger sellers because that's the opinion of Tech and Sports. He thinks that it's going to be only the big boys, only the big stores, only the big girls that have the big stores that understand how eBay works that survive. Everybody else gets left behind in the dust because eBay is built for volume. So I appreciate you guys. I also want to point out that eBay was always built for volume. In the beginning, eBay sold, I think, 10 to 1 new items to used items right in the beginning. In the beginning, when eBay was all Beanie Babies and stuff like that, they still sold mostly new things. Okay, eBay is built for volume new items. When you are selling pre-owned items, it's not built for that. That's why we recommend you do volume used goods, so you can combine the best of both worlds. Really good profits, but also really good volume. So I appreciate you guys. Please smash the like button. We'll see you guys tomorrow.